What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Channel. My name's AJ Gels. How y'all doing? We're going to be starting something new today. This is The Quiet Man. I was supposed to be starting this yesterday, but kind of the big problem was it didn't become available to purchase until about midday, and I was at work, and by the time it was downloaded and I had time to play it, it was already too late. So let's get into this. I've actually been pretty excited about this. I think we saw this at back at E3 during the Square Enix kind of conference, during the showcase, I guess the best word for it, where we play as a deaf person named Dane. Now, I mean, this is action. There's live action and rendered CG cutscenes. Everything looks cool. We're obviously for this first time because the big thing with this game is there's not going to really be any sound because we get to experience as like Dane experiences the game. So there's not really going to be a lot of subtitles or sound or anything like that. I probably included the when how I cut all the beginning stuff there were some settings or whatever that we were going through. I think in about a week, from what I've read, that the developers are going to put out a patch to this game, or not a patch, but an update that is going to then include the ability that once we complete it, we can play it with sound. So I'm going to play it through once here, and then I'm going to play it again in about a week, and we're going to play it once without and once with. Just kind of to see how we see things and then what the true meaning is. I think this is a cool concept. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a pretty short game from what I've heard. It's only about like 3 hours, but it's pretty cool. It's on PlayStation and Steam for $15 normally is the price, but it's also reduced if you buy it from now until the 15th. You get, I think, 10% off. So there you go. I talked enough. Let's get into it. The Quiet Man.
The savages are out tonight, kid. Be careful.
Tú eres un jotín. Este puto. No, this vato steps to my lady, my vieja, and says, me lo pelas.
No, siempre borracho.
Lo chingué.
¿Cómo le dijiste?
Lo chingué, pero bien.
Pues dígame cómo.
Le dije, vete a casa con mamá. ¿Cómo chingué?
Yo! Wrong address, dog!
No, ciao. What the hell, man? You stupid or very stupid? Muévate!
Oh, that's cool. So we're now in the we can't hear part. Oh, that's neat. Now we're in rendered cutscenes. That's a pretty smooth transition. Got to give him some points on that. Let's go, gentlemen. Okay, so triangle is kick, circle is grab, and square is punch. Kind of weird that we didn't get a cutscene, or not a cutscene, but a kind of weird that we didn't get like a tutorial or anything. We kind of have to figure it out ourselves. I guess we're gonna rumble. Oh. Not entirely sure what the hell it was just telling me, but that was pretty cool. R2 is some sort of sprint. Okay, X is a dodge. I have no idea what the hell is going on. Knocked him out with a super kick. Oh, no, he's not knocked out. Okay. I can't tell if this is really cool or really weird. Like, the sound part is really cool. I like that. I like the whole no sound thing. I'm talking the combat. Like, combat, I can tell it's obviously a brawler. But at the same time, it's obviously a brawler, but it's not an ordinary brawler. Okay, I think he's being told something about his clothes. You know, they're telling him, you know, hey, you know, to kind of dress up or whatever. Because, you know, Dane's just kind of in his, you know, this hoodie and leather jacket sort of thing. I wish my hair could grow like that. I think it looks pretty sweet. He's just wiping up blood. Yeah. Yeah, obviously this guy's not happy. This is kind of weird trying to go through cutscenes and not having a clue what's being said. Like, you'd think we'd get subtitles because you'd think Dane would know how to, like, read lips or something. No, everyone, and if for some reason you just skip to this point in the video, your speakers aren't messed up. This is how this game is supposed to sound, and it's really freaking cool. Like at this point, I'm getting the feeling that it's kind of the reverse of what I was thinking this was going to be. Because see, what I was thinking was that this whole soundless gimmick was gonna get kind of old right from the start, and that it wouldn't be as good as it is. I was thinking that it was going to be this is going to be a polished, you know, kind of like a polished action game. Yet in all honesty, I think the action bits so far are really stiff. The fighting is stiff. Mix that with the I like to know what I'm doing when I'm fighting, but I have no idea what the real controls are here. But I mean, this whole going through these cutscenes, trying to interpret. I mean, obviously this is the boss man. There's something between Dane's past and this gang that we're going with, and I think he's trying to get information. I mean, we saw Dane, you know, as that kid, you know, over that body, you know, that guy yelling at him, you know, with that gun. So he's got some sort of past with them, obviously. But this is you gotta hand it to him. This is an interesting idea. It takes a lot of guts to do a game like this. To say, hey, we're gonna do a game with no sound. Or so little sound that... Oh, so do him and Dane have, know each other from their pasts? In some way, shape, or form? Okay, so I'm assuming he just referenced that in some way, shape, or form. Okay, I think he's telling him to find these guys and beat them up. He's something kind of like, trust me. God, it's like listening to everything through like a foot of glass. It's really weird. Such a cool concept. I'm sorry, I'm nerding out here, but this is just is wacky. Okay, this is the payment of something. I think he said five. I think he said five something. I'm gonna guess five, either he said 5,000 or he said five. I'm not sure. I don't think he said 500. He just said something about for you. I'm not sure if he's trying to tell him, you know, I'll help you with this, but I'm not sure what. Oh man, I can't really interpret what's going on here because I can't tell if he's kind of telling Dane that, you know, oh, there's I'm thinking he's telling Dane that, you know, this is your personal stuff, not anything to do with whatever organization this is. I can't tell. I mean, obviously that was some sort of threatening letter. It was like a serial killer or something. I mean, I'm not sure if the masked man is a serial killer or what's going on, but I hope you guys don't mind my just random yakking. I'm doing something to try and keep this interesting as opposed to it just sounding like we're underwater. I have no idea what the hell that means. Okay, so I had a feeling that they were buddies, but okay, after that little secret handshake, I think that they're actually a lot closer than I thought they were. Because I know that Dane is like an enforcer to this gang or something like that. I'm still trying to figure this out, man. This is really, really weird. Because I have really no clue what is going on. Okay, so now we're back with CG Dane Okay, the heartbeats going stronger. Why is that? Oh, is it these flowers? Is that what's... What the fuck is that? Oh, does the singer and the gang guide, do they have some sort of special relationship? So we know from all the, all the preview material that Dane has a thing for this girl. Interesting. See, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't put like an inner monologue for Dane, like they don't have a like him thinking through whatever he's thinking. Like we don't hear his voice telling us that kind of stuff. Okay, well, why are we here in the subway? Are we just like going home, or are we going to that woman's like apartment? Uh-oh. I'm gonna guess an abusive father. And the woman in the dress that he was walking hand in hand with in those earlier scenes, my guess would be his mother. Then we saw the one, his friend, arguing with that guy with over that pair of shoes. I'm gonna guess maybe, and we also saw him crying over a body. So maybe because of that altercation, his mom ended up dead, and then the father kind of went off the deep end, and he's becoming abusive. At least I think I'm reading these right. I still want to know how that scene from that backstage area leads to this, because we haven't seen the woman get kidnapped. Because from what I've seen of this, she doesn't get kidnapped until words are hard. Boom! Kicked his ass. Because she gets kidnapped in the club. And nobody's gonna say anything about this just massive fight and this one dude who just beat the ever-living hell out of these guys. Like, nothing is gonna be said about that. All these people in the street just watch him kick the shit out of these guys. Nothing. Do I just not understand New York? Is that what it is? Am I just like too like small city, whatever? Like is that what? Okay, some sort of detective, or my guess. So this guy's a cop. Well, like I said, am I just like too middle America? Like don't understand the big city sort of thing? Like is that an everyday occurrence where you see like a gang fight in the subway, and you're just like, and same shit as always, to quote John Mulaney. See, come on, pick what if you're gonna do CG, if you're gonna do these rendered cutscenes, or do the live action stuff. Stop going back and forth. Like this, you could have kept doing it in the you could have kept doing it in the live action. I don't get why this isn't just as live action as that scene where that guy saw him coming out of the subway. I don't get why this is also rendered. Unless we're about to go right into another action sequence, because I would have kept it in that live action. Who are you on the phone with? I really wish I could read lips. Okay. It's a birdcage. Okay. Sees her as a songbird. Oh, that's freaky. All right, she does not look anywhere like her like rendered look is nowhere near what her live action look is. Like she looks way different. Okay, so he's telling her something, like, is he telling her, is he like professing his undying love for her, and she's saying, I can't, I love Dane. I don't know. Yeah, dude, yell at the deaf guy. That's gonna help you. Just telling him, hey, can you come over here? You know, I need to show you something. He's gonna show him the dead bird. Get that away. I don't want her to see it. He's telling him, like, you know, kind of like take care of it. See, I feel like we should be able to hear it, like, right there, like, Dane said something. Like, we should have heard him say it, or we should hear an inner monologue for Dane. Although I guess at the same time, if he's deaf, he wouldn't... If we're supposed to be experiencing this like Dane is, I think it's because it's a third-person game, I'm thinking of this like I'm an omniscient, like, viewer, not I am this character. So if Dane is deaf and hasn't heard his own voice, even when he says something, we shouldn't hear him say it. Or like when he has an internal monologue, because we wouldn't know what that voice would sound like. I still think then we should get a subtitle or some sort. Because, I mean, he knows what he's saying. So I think he does. This is really weird. Like that's an interesting question. Is that like a... It's like the question, like, what does the... I'm not sure if anyone else is like me, when you think to yourself, like when I'm sitting there thinking, I think in my own voice, I kind of have an inner dialogue, like I bounce ideas off myself in my own head. I hear my own voice going back and forth, but to a deaf person who wouldn't know what their voice sounds like, do they have that? Is it auditory? That's a really weird thought. It's kind of like, how does a blind person dream? Do they, see pictures? But even then, do they know what they're seeing? Like, what things are supposed to look like? Like, how does that work? Huh. Sorry, I just kind of, like, mind-fucked myself a little bit. I'm just like... Having a nice little meet cute in the back of this car. She said something like, I believe you? Something like, doesn't matter. He's barely moving his mouth. It's kind of... Like, I can maybe pick out, like, a word or two here and there, but... Oh, interesting. She's putting the moves on him, and he... oh, we can't. Oh, that's interesting. This is really weird. Trying to go through this and having my footing in what's supposed to happen. I mean, on one hand, I don't like it as a narrative device because it's really hard for me to tell what the hell is going on. But at the same time, that's the point. I'm not supposed to exactly know what's going on. I'm supposed to be making my own assumptions, but even then, I'm not sure. I'm going back and forth on this. I can't tell if I love it or hate it. No matter what, though, I gotta give him points for originality. You gotta give him points for that. I mean, does this have like some sort of like weird insult to injury that she's a singer? That her whole thing is she's a that she's a singer and he can't hear. Like, does that? I don't know. Obviously, welcome to Club Moonrise. Why are you smiling so much? She could suck for all you know. Oh, that's his mom. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. So she reminds him of his mother. Oh, yeah, that's not conspicuous at all. Thank you. I'm glad people are looking. Like this dude just walks in and they're just like, oh, yeah. Dude just walks in a creepy mask and a hood. Yeah, that's just a Tuesday. Okay, so he's working with this gang. I think he's in there, where is he? Where the fuck is he? I think they're looking for Dane. Really coming at me with a machete? Find me like a man. Oh, beats him over the head with a beer bottle. Oh, never mind. I was anticipating the beer bottle. He just walks in and throws a chair. Kind of like that mask. I stabbed that dude right in the foot. Oh, you gotta give him some credit on the transition from the live action to rendered. That was pretty smooth. How many times are you just gonna knee him in the face like that? Just knock him out with a jab? Little anticlimactic, don't you think? Okay, and we okay, I like this mask in the actual, like, cutscenes, not the live... The live action stuff, that mask looked weird. Okay, L2 is, like... Okay, L2 activated some sort of, like, special takedown. Okay, so it had that... Okay. So you see how it changes colors a little bit. That light went all the way up to the top. I hit L2 when we enter this. So I'm gonna guess it's like some sort of like special attack mode or something. Oh, dude's got moves. Bad move, Dane. Gross. Oh yeah, you know, you can just do parkour. That's right. Okay, and right there, that was where I hit the, I hit L2 because... Yeah, I'm still not entirely sure how that works, but, alright. Well, all right, guys. I think we're gonna leave this one here. I hope you enjoyed this first little look at The Quiet Man. I mean, this is gonna, as far as I know, this is a fairly short game. It's like supposed to be like a one sitting experience. That's cool. It's oh, you press the buttons and it'll show you what he does. Circle is a grab. It's a dodge. Huh. I love how it doesn't explain anything. It's just really fucking weird. Alright, well guys, like I was saying, I hope you enjoyed this first look at The Quiet Man. As far as I know, this is supposed to be a short, I think they said like 3-hour experience. It's supposed to be like a one sitting game. So we'll definitely continue in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this first little bit. I mean, tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think is happening. What do you think the story is? Anything like that. I'm interested to hear your guys' thoughts on that. So if you, you know, any of that stuff, you can tell me down in the comments or over on Facebook, Twitter, the website, minds.com. Links, all that stuff is in the description. Like, comment, not already, please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more next time, guys. But until then, my name's AJ Gels. See you on that game channel.